Motorcycle crash overnight in Bemidji.
The State Patrol says 19-year-old Tristan Secor of Bemidji died when he crashed at an intersection in town. It happened just before midnight. Troopers investigating what led up to that crash. Also new this morning on Fast Track, 2 people injured. One can now be facing criminal charges after a head-on crash in the FM Diversion construction zone. This one happened yesterday afternoon just before 4 p.m. It was 4 miles east on Mapleton. The Highway Patrol says 42-year-old William Callahan of Illinois crossed the center line, hitting a vehicle driven by 28-year-old Annika Greeny Stanger of West Fargo.
The crash happened in a construction zone where both shoulders of the road are closed. A crew was working nearby on a horizontal drilling project for the Red River diversion, but they were not involved in that crash. Charges are now pending against Callahan. Fargo police looking for this missing 14-year-old girl. Take a look. Janaea Aranda Tate was last seen last night around 6:30 in South Fargo.
She's 5'5", 135 pounds, brown eyes and black hair. She was wearing an oversized yellow short-sleeved t-shirt with yellow shorts. Be sure to contact Fargo PD with any information on her whereabouts. It's now been 4 years since police found the body of Brenda Cardis, but her death is still unsolved. They're again asking anyone with any information on her disappearance to contact police. She checked herself out of Center Inc. for a visit to Island Park and Lindenwood Park in Fargo, but didn't return by her 4:30 curfew.
Cardis was considered a vulnerable adult and suffered with mental health issues. She was found dead near Riverside Cemetery in South Fargo a year after her disappearance. Anonymous tips can be submitted by texting the keyword Fargo PD and your tip to this number, 847-411. It's another day of back-to-school starts for colleges in the FM Metro. This time, Concordia's turn. Old Main right there. Here's a live look at campus as they welcome back students and faculty. A semester opening convocation starts off the year this morning at Memorial Auditorium.
Yeah, a beautiful live look this morning there. But this high heat getting the best of a small Minnesota school district in our region. The Henning School in Otter Tail County closed to all activities today because of concerns over the building's floor conditions. High humidity, really the big problem. Student orientation now postponed, but school officials say they are planning to reopen tomorrow.
And for what we can expect weather-wise with this heat today, we now go to Summer Schnellbach for the latest of your Fast Track forecast. Morning, Summer.
Yeah, good morning. Warm and muggy this afternoon, but cloudy, foggy, drizzly, and misty to start our day. This is our gloomy view from our Coronado Skycam looking off to the west. Check your headlines today. These conditions continue through this morning. A conditional risk for isolated strong to possibly severe storms if we can get enough clearing later this afternoon, cooling into the weekend. Temperatures now, we're already off to a warm start in most areas. 63 with some drizzle in Grand Forks, 67 we've got mist in Fargo, 72 at this hour in Farkas Falls. Once again, very foggy, and that's impacting your morning commute. Visibility is 5 miles in Baudette, 3/4 of a mile in Thief River Falls. Where you see the green shadings, that's where visibility is a 1/4 mile or less. So just west of you in Devil's Lake, the visibility is a bit lower. Meanwhile, in the Southern Valley, Oaks visibility 1/2 mile, 1.25 miles in Fargo, 1.5 miles in Farkas Falls. So for your commute today, be sure to turn on the headlights, use a little extra caution as visibility can quickly change when driving through areas of fog and mist. Today in Fargo, we'll be warming up into the 80s again with a few peaks of sunshine this afternoon. Light wind, so not a lot of mixing of our atmosphere to help work out some of these clouds and fog. A little warmer than yesterday in the Northern Valley as well. Low 80s are expected. Heading through the rest of your forecast, temperatures cool over the weekend, but warming back up next week.
Yeah, okay. Pretty nice on the weekend, though, I should say. I like the 70s there.
Yeah, not too hot.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Summer.
This high heat proving dangerous for a roofer who says he suffered heat stroke while completing a project in Grand Forks last week. He says it was 176 degrees on the roof that day he was working.
Then after suffering the medical emergency, the company that he was working for fired him, and they're now refusing to have any communication with him.
I tried to reach out to get paid and for them to cover the hospital bill for workers' comp, and they ended up changing their numbers. Prior to that, they ended up, what would you call it, blocked my phone number.
OSHA advises those working in the heat to monitor your own health conditions and seek medical attention if necessary. Valley News Live reached out to Hibbard's former employer, but have yet to hear back.
A foundation started after the death of NDSU student Tom Bierson in 2014 is now closing. Family members say they want to focus on justice for Tom. In the last 9 years, the foundation has provided scholarships and helped create safety programs in the region.
Beerson was a freshman at NDSU when he was reported missing from North Fargo. His body was found 3 days later in the parking lot of a Moorhead RV sales lot. Police say the Minnesota BCA and the FBI both continue to investigate this case. The city of Fargo is out with a back-to-school traffic alert for the construction zone along busy 32nd Avenue South. The main entrances to Oak Grove Lutheran School and Ed Clapp Elementary School, which are near Essentia Hospital, are open as usual.
Extra caution still advised because of both the nearby construction and the uptick in traffic that will come with the start of classes next week. Drivers are encouraged to consider leaving early to alleviate the wait times. Also follow the posted signs and the speed limits and be patient while traveling through that construction zone. Another reminder for safety around school buses. North Dakota law says drivers passing a school bus that stopped on the highway need to stop before reaching the bus when it has the red lights on and the stop arm extended out.
Drivers cannot move until the school bus driver signals you to go or those lights are turned off completely and the stop arm is down. India will try to put a robotic lunar lander on the moon today. This is now 4 years after the last attempt with a failed crash landing. The spacecraft has been orbiting the moon for several days so far, setting up a sunrise landing at the lunar South Pole. The attempt comes just days after Russia's uncrewed lander crashed into the surface of the moon. Now, scientists around the world believe that the South Pole may have pockets of ice. And don't forget the big GOP presidential debate taking place tonight. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum among the candidates who will take the stage live in Milwaukee. Look for him at the podium on the right side of the stage.
He'll be joined by Mike Pence, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Chris Christie, among others. Former President Donald Trump is opting out of the debate. It will run tonight on Fox News from 8 o'clock until 10. Of course, we'll have the very latest for you throughout the day and on Valley News Live at 10.
The Today Show and CBS Mornings just about to start here on the Valley today.
Yeah, but we continue on. You can find us on the Fargo CW. Otherwise, take a look at those hazy skies. Take it slow out there. Keep your headlights on. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. See you next time.